Hello students. So it's time that we start with our studies again, coming to your fluid mechanics. Let's revise what we have done till now. Till now we have completed the static portion of fluid mechanics. We have seen the properties and the various pressure measuring devices when the fluid is in static condition, and then we have learned about what happens when the fluid is in motion. So coming to the 7th chapter, let me start with giving by giving an example. So let me show you an example first. Everybody must have done this, and I am going to repeat this again. If I put my hand in front of a flowing water, I can say this is a jet of water. So if I put my hand, do you feel a pressure? Do you feel a force striking on your hand? Everybody will be. Similarly, supposedly, if I decrease the area of the outflow, the pressure that you will be feeling will be, of course, increasing. Similarly, you can see, let's do something else. I am moving the hand away, then towards, away, towards the water flow. Did you feel any difference in the force? Like if it is increased or decreased, increased or decreased. Similarly, let the plate is straight over here, it's vertically straight. But suppose there's a curve and the water is hitting tangentially, as you can see from one corner. What happens? What do you feel how the pressure is? Also, you can mark when your hand is in front of the water jet. Did you mark how the water is flowing out? Can you see any difference if it is going straight, horizontally or vertically or with an angle? We must have done all these experiments. We must have tried this as in fun in childhood, sometimes with a tap of water or sometimes in front of a pipe of water. So students, the force that you felt at your hand due to a jet of water is a force which you felt for a short period of time. So this can be known as the impact of jet. So this is for topic of today, that is the impact of jet. When the liquid comes out from a tap or a water pipe, it comes out in a form of jet, and due to this jet the water is flowing under pressure. And when we keep our hand or any plate or anything in front of the water jet, which is either fixed at one position or which is moving either towards the water jet or away from the water jet, then a certain kind of force will be exerted on the plate due to that water jet. So we have to find out this amount of pressure that is being imparted by the jet. So as I said, there can be many cases possible. Majorly, the first case in which we will be looking is case 1, where the plate, just like your hand, is fixed, and another case where the plate is in moving condition. The plate will be fixed in one case, and the case 2 will be when the plate is in moving condition. Also, the direction of the plate is very important over here. Like the plate is vertically fixed, or it is curved or symmetrical, unsymmetrical, and moving in which direction. There are many different cases possible. So let's go through the cases one by one. So the first case that we will be considering is case 1, the force exerted by the jet on a stationary, that means a fixed, stationary vertical plate. The plate is vertical and it is stationary, it means it is fixed. So let me see the diagram first. Let me consider this as the plate, and here is a water jet coming out of this nozzle. This is a nozzle from which water will be coming out. Of course, the water, as you can see from this diagram, is striking the plate perpendicularly. With the surface of the plate, the water strikes perpendicularly, and as you can see, there is no other way to go. So after striking, the water will be moving in this direction. That means either in vertically upwards or vertically downwards from the plate. Means the water will be moving in parallel condition to the plate. So let's take the conditions like, suppose this diameter of the nozzle or diameter of the jet is taken as small d, diameter of jet or nozzle. Similarly, I can find out the area of the jet, area of the water jet, which will be given by pi by 4 d square. Suppose I consider the velocity in which the water is moving towards the plate as capital V, that is the velocity of the jet. Capital V is the velocity of the jet. So, as you can see, when the water just strikes the plate, it will move along the direction of the plate. As the plate is in right angle to the jet, so the water jet is deflected by which angle? It's completely a 90-degree angle. The water jet is deflected completely through 90 degree. So if I consider the axis of motion, this is the x and this is the y. This side is positive, this will be the positive sides, and the other side, the vice versa side, will be negative ones. So as I can see, initially the velocity, which is your capital V, is in x positive direction. So if we consider the axis over here, this is the x positive axis and this will be your y positive axis. We can see the velocity of water, which is your capital V, is in x positive axis. But after striking, the velocity is either in y, this is y positive, or this is in y negative. So first, considering the force in x axis, Fx, as we know, the force will be given by, as they are in motion, as there is a velocity involved, so the force exerted by the jet on the plate, in x axis or in the direction of the force will be given by, Fx will be given by rate of change in the momentum in the direction of force. Fx will be given by rate of change in momentum in the direction of the force. So what is momentum? What is the formula of momentum? As we already know in physics, we have already learned this. The momentum is given by mass into the velocity. As this is the rate of change, it means the mass is not changing, but the velocity is changing. So I will be taking mass into the initial velocity minus mass into the final velocity. divided by time. Divided by time will give you the rate of change. So Fx is now, I can calculate the force as mass into the initial velocity minus the mass into final velocity divided by time. So let's do one thing. Let me take out mass from the bracket. So what is left? Initial velocity minus the final velocity divided by time. So I can rewrite as mass by time into initial velocity minus the final velocity. Initial velocity minus the final velocity. So how much is the initial velocity? In x direction, the initial velocity is taken to be capital V, and again what is the final velocity? As in the diagram you can see, the final velocity is in either positive x or negative x axis. There is no velocity in positive y or negative y axis. There is no velocity in x axis. So this becomes 0. Also, the mass by time, as I have already told you, mass by time, we have learned this lot many of times. The mass by time, the mass can be given as your density into the volume divided by your time. As I know, density is equal to mass by volume. So mass can be given as volume into your density. And if I again rearrange volume, the volume can be written as area into your velocity. So the density into volume by time becomes your density into area into your velocity. So I can write this equation as Fx is equal to rho a v into v minus 0, which gives you rho a v square. So the force in x direction or in the direction of your jet will be given by rho a v square. This is your equation 1. Now let's look at case 2, in which the force or the jet strikes a curved plate. The plate is no more vertical, it is curved, which is stationary. So the plate is stationary, but it is no more vertical, it is curved. So let me first draw a diagram of a curved plate. This is your curved plate, and again this is your pipe having a nozzle, and the water jet strikes the plate. Again the velocity is v, capital V, and the diameter is taken to be d, so that area is equal to pi by 4 d square. So now we can see the water when strikes, of course it will be taking a curved way out. The water will be coming out in a curved manner. So if I consider the velocity coming out in this direction, of course as the plate is curved, the water coming out will be neither in y-axis only or x-axis only, it will be somewhat inclined. So again, as after striking, the velocity is also taken to be v. So again, if I see the axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this way is the positive axis. So I have to resolve this velocity, this water jet in horizontal and as well as in vertical directions. So if this angle is theta, if the angle that I take over here is theta, so of course using trigonometry, this side will be V cos theta and this one will be V sin theta. Again applying the same thing, we will be finding out, but here the force that is imparted will be in both x direction and also in y direction. So first I find out the force in x direction. So the force in x direction, that is the force exerted by the jet on the curved plate in the direction of the water jet in x direction, will be given by again rate of change in momentum, which is given by mass into the initial velocity minus mass into final velocity divided by time. Again I take out mass completely out of the bracket divided by time, and left over is your initial velocity minus final velocity. So mass by time can be written as rho A into V. So what is the initial velocity? Again I am seeing in x direction. So x direction, the initial velocity before striking is V. And what is the final velocity? The final velocity again in x direction I have to see, which is V cos theta. But as you can see, this is not in positive side, this is in the negative side. This side will be positive, so this is in the negative side. So I give a minus V cos theta. There will be a minus sign because it is in the negative direction. So this leads to Fx is equal to rho AV, V, two minuses, so it becomes plus V cos theta. So Fx can be given by rho AV square 1 plus cos theta. So this is your equation 2. The Fx means in the direction of the jet, the force is given by rho A V square 1 plus cos theta. And similarly, we also have to find in Fy. It means the direction perpendicular to the direction of water jet. Same Fy will be given by mass by time, initial velocity minus final velocity. That implies Fy is equal to mass by time can be written as rho AV. Okay, what is the initial velocity here in y direction? Before striking, what is the initial velocity in y direction? As the water jet is completely in x direction, so in y direction it is going to be your 0. So 0 minus, what is your final velocity after striking? In y direction, it is your V sin theta, and it goes upwards. It means it is positive. So this will be minus V sin theta. That implies Fy is given by minus rho A B square sin theta. This is equation 3. Your force of water jet perpendicular to the direction of water jet is given by minus rho a v square sine theta. Now coming to case 3, in which the jet strikes a curved plate but at one end tangentially and when the plate is symmetrical. What does symmetrical means? It means as you can see, the angle formed by curved is quite the same. So symmetrical means upwards from the up angle and the down angle will be the same, and water will be striking at one end tangentially. It means as the water jet is in the middle, now the case is something different. The water will be striking from one of the end, and that too tangentially at this end. The water is striking at this end. So this is the nozzle. Again, this is the diameter d. So that area is given as pi by 4 small d square. So as the water is striking from this side, I can assume this is the velocity of striking. It strikes the plate, and how will it move out? It's going to come out completely in this form. So again, this will be your velocity out, which is again your capital V. So you can see both incoming and outgoing are not in either horizontal or vertical. They are inclined. So I have to resolve both of them into its horizontal and vertical components. This will be the horizontal, this will be your vertical components. So let's see. If I take this as your angle theta, this angle is your theta. So the vertical component will be given by V cos theta. The horizontal component will be V sin theta. Similarly, here the angle is theta. As the plate is symmetrical, that is why the angle will be same, which will be I am taking as theta. So this is your V cos theta and this is your V sin theta. So considering the angles, considering the axis, this is x and y axis. So in x axis, this is V cos theta, which is positive, and this is y axis V sin theta, again it is positive. But as you can see, this V cos theta x axis is in negative. So this will be minus cos theta, and this is positive. So this is V sin theta. So the Fx, the force in the direction of the water jet in x axis, is given by rate of change of momentum in the direction of the jet, which is given by, just like our previous cases, mass by time, initial velocity minus final velocity. So as we saw, mass by time can be written as rho a v. Initial velocity is your v cos theta, and final velocity is your minus v cos theta. So this becomes Fx is given by rho a v cos theta plus v cos theta, which can be written as Fx is equal to 2 rho a v square cos theta. So in the direction of the water jet, it is given as, the force is given as 2 rho a v square cos theta. Now the force in the y direction, that is perpendicular to the direction of the water flow, or Fy, will be given similarly. Rate of change of momentum in a direction perpendicular to the water jet, which is given by Fy is given by mass by time, initial velocity minus your final velocity. So we saw the initial velocity is given by, initial velocity is v in y direction, v sin theta, and final velocity is your v sin theta again. So mass by time is given by rho a v, initial velocity v sin theta minus again v sin theta. This becomes as 0. Now coming to our next case, that is case 4, where water jet strikes again a curved plate at one end tangentially when the plate is unsymmetrical. Now the plate is unsymmetrical, that means the curved at both ends, it's not same. So suppose my plate is a bit much more curved at down than at the top. So this is my plate. Again the water jet will be striking from one end through a nozzle. It's striking from this end. The velocity is taken to be v, capital V, and again similarly after striking it leaves the plate with the velocity v in this direction. Again this is inclined, but the angle of inclination will be very different as the curves are not same. So the diameter is d and the area is given by pi by 4 d square. So here I have to resolve both these velocities into horizontal and verticals. So this is your horizontal and this is your vertical. This is your horizontal, this is your vertical. Let this angle be theta. So this one will be v cos theta and this is your v sin theta. Now as the curves are not similar, so I can't take this theta over here again. This I will take as phi. The angle will be different. As the plate is unsymmetrical, the angle will be different. So this will be angle phi. So this side is your v cos phi and this is your v sin phi. Solving in completely similar way, fx is given by the rate of change of momentum in the direction of water jet, that is in x direction. This is given by mass by time, just as we solved last time. Initial velocity minus the final velocity. That implies fx is equal to mass by time can be written as rho a v. What is the initial velocity in x? See, in x axis it is v cos theta and the final velocity is in v cos phi, but again you can see it is in negative direction. So I will be giving a minus sign. So initial velocity v cos theta minus v sin, cos phi. This is not theta, this is phi. That implies fx becomes rho a if I take out V completely, so this is V square, inside the bracket this is cos theta minus minus plus cos phi. So Vx is given by rho a V square cos theta plus cos phi. This is the equation 6. And similarly, we will calculate the Fy. Fy means the force exerted by the jet perpendicular to the direction of water jet. It will be given by rate of change of momentum, which is given by mass by time, initial velocity minus your final velocity. So in y-axis, mass by time given by rho av. What is the initial velocity? In y-axis, it's positive, so v sin theta. This is also positive, v sin phi. So v cos theta minus v sin theta minus v sin phi. So if I take out v from the brackets, rho a v square sin theta minus sin phi. This is the equation 7. So in the direction perpendicular to water jet, Fy is given by rho a v square sin theta minus sin phi. In the next video class, we will be seeing what happens when the plate is in moving condition, when the plate is no more stationary, when the plate is moving. We shall see in the next video class.